Well, thanks for visiting today. Well, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have or whatever you need to do for your badge. Glad to help.
So my problem is that there are not enough healthy options in breakfast at schools. I think there should be apples, oranges, protein shakes, or fruit cups instead of honey buns, chocolate muffins, and cinnamon buns, which my school has now. And I was wondering if there was a way if young people like me and my friends could change that to put more healthy choices in the breakfast.
Well, first of all, I agree with you that the food and drinks that are served in schools all over this country are contributing to childhood obesity, overweightness, and being overweight causes tremendous health problems over the long run. As I'm sure you know, you probably studied that. Obesity causes heart attacks, strokes, which is sort of a heart attack in the brain, and diabetes, which is really bad, and all kinds of problems. So I'm very much in favor of anything we can do to improve public health and prevent obesity. There are some jurisdictions around the country, other counties and towns, that have actually banned sugary drinks in vending machines at schools. I don't know if you knew that. And I've not heard about jurisdictions banning sticky buns and things like that, but it makes sense and is a good idea that the schools should offer healthier options like carrot sticks and apples and good and healthy things like that. So I guess the question is, how do you go about it? Well, what you might want to do is get a group of kids and gather signatures for a petition. So your petition would be a piece of paper, and it would say, "We, the undersigned, think that there should be healthier food options offered in the vending machines at the school." And then you put lines on the page for each kid to sign, and then you go around and get other kids to sign the page, and you turn that over to the principal one day, and you say, "Look, 120 kids have said that they want healthier food options." So that's one way you could do it. Another way you can do it is to arrange for a meeting with the administration of your school, the principal or vice principal, and have a conversation like this one, and share your point of view directly. That can be very effective too. You could do both. You could have a petition and then use that as a reason to go sit down with the principal and explain how important this is. Those are my best ideas. I think a petition and going and seeing the principal would be probably the most effective ways you could go about it. You may find a lot of kids like those sticky buns. So.
Yeah, and that's one thing I was worried about, is that people will rage against me because I changed the breakfast for everyone.
Well, my guess is the school would be more likely to try to offer more healthy things at first, rather than just immediately get rid of all the sugary stuff. But and see how it goes. They might find that even though the vending machines offer healthier foods, that people still take the bad stuff. And you know, we are free people. We have to make our own decisions, you know, and live with the consequences to a point. Now, one could argue that people under the age of 18 don't have the full rights of citizens either, and that it is acceptable for the Board of Ed or for the county government to take away children's rights to eat bad food at school. That's a legitimate philosophical argument you could have. But for the most part, this is a free country, and this is not, we don't run a government that generally tells people what to do and cannot do in their personal lives. If you want to eat bad food and be a big fat guy one day, then, you know, that's kind of up to you.
And also with drinks, I don't think that we should have to pay to get water through lunch. And I think we should have waters, like little water things in the breakfast bin. And yes, I do know that there are water fountains everywhere in the school, but I think it would be easier just to grab a water from the breakfast bin instead of having to get up and walk to the water fountain.
It's a good point. You should make water very available. I read somewhere that 70% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. They don't drink enough water. And part of the reason is some people some people, instead of drinking water, will drink soda. And soda has sodium, which is basically salt. And the more you drink soda, the thirstier your body gets. And I know a woman who actually went to the hospital because she didn't like the taste of the water in her community, so all she drank was soda. I'm not kidding. All she drank was soda and got so dehydrated she had to go to the emergency room.
Wow.
Yes, and got IV'd.
Huh.
So yeah, it's like drinking, like, you know, if you ever fall off a boat in the ocean and get stuck out at sea for a few days, you can't drink the seawater. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You can't drink the ocean water. The more you drink, the more dehydrated you get.
Yeah.
Same thing with soda. So hydration is important, and that's why a lot of ski resorts, for example, give free water, because people get dehydrated up in the mountains, and they want to encourage people to drink water, so they don't even charge for the water. It's free. So that would be something you could talk to the principal about, or a petition. I think that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
You want to encourage people drinking water.
Yeah. And I put an example of Stemmers Run Middle School in Essex.
Mhm.
They each morning in their homeroom there is a selection of breakfast foods for, like, they have cartons of milk and cereal and oatmeal bars, breakfast bars, and yogurt and fruit. So I was thinking maybe have that also for other schools like mine and the rest.
What kind of cereal do they have? Have you been to that school and checked it out?
This is my staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and it's mostly just it'll be like Cheerios.
It's not Captain Crunch.
No,
Got it.
not that I know of. I wouldn't fall by sword for that one, but
Yeah.
usually it's just like, you know, it'll be like what I've been told by my staff. It's more mainly just
Yeah. So that's one school. Now that school's in Baltimore County.
right.
So that's a different jurisdiction, different school system than ours.
Yeah.
But you use that as an example.
Mhm.
You know, if you sit down and talk to the principal, you could say, look, there's an example of a school system that's doing it differently.
And that's basically all I had.
Great.